Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome into another Big Men on Campus NBA preview. Tonight we're taking a look at the Friday card for November 8th, 2019. I'm your host, the Big Man on Campus, joined by my co-host, Skee Profit. Skee, we're coming in off a losing night for our consensus, but it's been the week of the half-point losses, it seems like. That was a rough one last night, wasn't it?
Man, it's like I'm used to it. I'm numb to it at this point, if you could say. Meaningless foul. It didn't matter. Get 2 free throws, we get a loser.
Not only a meaningless foul, but a foul that I don't know that was really committed. I didn't see a foul, but it's surprising they called that. They usually aren't going to call that, especially when it's out of kind of measure. But what are you going to do? 4-2 Skee on our consensus plays, so we've done a nice job either way. We got a big card tonight. How you doing today? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's a busy day, but I'm getting through it, man. I got a lot of stuff I like today. I must say, I was trying to figure out which one is narrowed down, but a lot of totals.
Yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of interesting spots out there. So I'm kind of interested in hearing about your points here. Obviously, if you're out there listening to the show, thanks for watching. Do us a favor. Sit back and relax, and let's talk some NBA. All right, Skee, first game, Detroit headed on the road to take on Indiana. You've told me in the past you like fading Detroit on the road. This is actually the third meeting, Skee, for these teams. They've already played twice. Pistons have actually got the better of Indiana in both games, but Indiana's starting to turn a corner a little bit. They've won 4 of 5. They're starting to play well. Still no point guard for Detroit. My question, though, no Turner. How do you handle Drummond? He could have a big night here. Is that enough? Listen, here's the thing. The other night against the who'd they play the other night that I lost in Detroit? I forget. Do you remember, Skee?
No, I can't remember right now.
Oh, the Knicks, right.
There you go.
Drummond played well, but he got Snow to play well, too. He hit every shot he made. I'm starting to kind of buy into to Indiana a little bit. I still am not going to ever take a team without a point guard. I think Drummond will get his tonight, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to hang in this game. I see a lot of people that like Detroit here. I'm just not buying them, especially on the road. I kind of like Indiana here. It seems to feel like they're starting to kind of turn a corner a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but against Drummond, like you said, I would like Indiana a lot more if Turner was in there. I think you need a little bit more than Sabonis for Drummond. No point guard for Detroit.
But
no
the
Turner
thing
for
is,
Indiana.
Skee, let me ask you real quick. Let's say Drummond scores 30 tonight. Who else is going to score?
I'm not going to look at it like that because, I mean, Detroit put up 120-something points the other night. So they got people over there. I mean, three-point percentage, they're shooting fourth three-point percentage over the last 5 games. So they got people who could put up some threes. And just as far as the total, just without a point guard for Detroit, without Turner on Indiana, we know Indiana is going to win with their defense. Both teams are not the fastest playing teams in the league. I would lean on the under. I think it can get under the number. And yeah, as far as I don't want to play Detroit on the road, like they're already 1-3 as a road dog. I told you, you can only trust them at home. And Pacers, another team, the same thing. They're
We got you, Skee. Bad connection.
Yeah, I like the under. My bad. I got to put the do not disturb so nobody can call me. I'm a popular man, I guess.
Nah, do your thing. Do your thing. Yeah, listen, I don't have much in the total here. I'll lean Indiana. Won't be on my card tonight, but just kind of a thought. I'm willing to hopefully buy into the fact that a guy like Tony Snell doesn't have such a great game, and it's a game I won't be on. A lot of good people in here. Thanks for watching. Nick Goshkai, what's up, Sheepa? How are you? My Albanian brother, my guy. How are you? All you guys in here, thanks for checking out the show. Skee, the ESPN game tonight, do you know what it is?
I think it was terrible. I can't remember the 2 teams, but I think it's one that shouldn't be there.
Not sure why Wizards Cavs is on ESPN. I guess it's a showcase into the young talent in the NBA, like Garland.
Terrible job by
NBA. Yeah, especially with all the games tonight. There's actually a lot of good games tonight. Washington's actually been good against the number. Keep in mind, Skee, though, They're really not a favorite much, so a lot of it's been as an underdog. Actually been a good scoring team this year, Washington. 115 points a game, doing a nice job. Do you like anything here, or is this just an auto pass?
I would pass. I don't love anything. The one thing I'll say about these teams, they don't play a lick of defense. So, and Washington wants to play a little faster. Their offense has been okay. I would like points more than not in this game. That's about it.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. Keep in mind a high total here, 232.5. I guess the big question is, can Garland and the Cavs put up enough points? I think Washington will do their job, but I get a weird feeling they don't put up enough points, Ski, and this one's like 115, 110 or something.
Well, if they're going to put up points against anybody, it should be against Washington. Defensive rating last 5 games, last in the league. So they can't do it tonight. They don't trust them to do it against anybody.
No, I think you're totally right. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Glenn. All you guys for watching. We do appreciate your time tonight. Ski, let's move on to the next one here. What do we got? Dude, I'm all in on these races tonight, Ski. I've been hitting tons of races, Ski. I'm killing it.
Yeah, you've been doing well. Horse racing is fun once you get into it.
Yeah. No, listen, Ski, today at Aqueduct in New York, listen, every race, it was 20 to 1s, 25 to 1s, just crazy big dogs, man. It's been crazy. Next one, Memphis and Orlando. Orlando 7.5, total 209. Ski, we talked about it. Did Orlando maybe find something the other night? They finally had a good offensive performance, shooting 49%. They found a way to get into the hundreds finally. Defense is playing well. Very happy with that. The thing about Memphis, though, I mean, they don't fucking stop anybody. I think the Magic still have some offensive things to get figured out, the offensive three-point shooting and that kind of thing. I get a feeling this total is a little low to me. I think the Magic have kind of found something offensively. I think the Grizzlies will find a way to get to the, 100-point mark here. I think if they can do that, that's going to be enough here. I think the Magic found something the other night. Pace will probably be turned up a little bit with the Grizzlies playing. I'm willing to think this is like a 111, 102 type of game. I think this number's a little too low at 209.
I disagree, and only because, I'm not sold on Orlando's offense. Hooray, they scored 100 at one time, but, 29th offensive rating last 5 games. They're going to win their games with defense. They like to play slow pace. Third slowest pace in the league over the last 5 games. And I don't think they're going to play up to Memphis because I think Orlando is the better team and the home team, and I think they control the pace. So I think it'll be more of a lower scoring game. I think Orlando would have to win with defense. And if it's went under 6 of the 8 games, with 1 being a push for Orlando. If I'm playing the spread, I'll be betting Memphis first half. I've said it already. 7-0 against the number first halves. Ride it until it doesn't win anymore.
There you go. Yeah, Skee's mentioned that a couple times. Keep in mind, guys, Memphis Grizzlies 7-0 in the first half this year. That's pretty impressive, Skee. So good call there. Maybe we can wet our whistle with another Memphis first half tonight. Keep in mind, 7-0 in the first half this year. What are they in the first half? Like 4.5?
I didn't get the number. You might have to update my numbers. The numbers I have written down are kind of old.
Let me take a look here. First half on that game in the Memphis Grizzly Orlando Magic game. Fuck, man, these computers are fucking slow. It's so brutal. Like SBR odds is like the slowest thing in the history of Earth.
I want to say I saw 3.5, or unless it went up.
Yeah, it's you can get, there is a 4 out there, but 3.5 basically most spots. So 3.5 for 4. Let's roll the dice here, Skee.
And they're 0-2 as a road dog. They're not covering really on the full games. It's like literally just that first half.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's wild. I'm gonna think that this game gets over 2-9. That's not a high number in the NBA anymore. I'm willing to think the Grizzlies can get to, 102, 103. I think the Magic will continue their offense because this Grizzlies team stinks defensively, really, really bad. Memphis first half, come on, Skee. What does that mean? They're 7-0 this year, Riley. What do you want, an 8-0? He's giving you fucking winners, dude. There's so many people that are fucking big time cappers here. He's giving you his favorite play. What are you busting his balls for? I'm telling you, I'm near the end of my day, Skee, the end of my week. This is like I do 3 shows a day, 5 days a week. I'm getting towards like my 20th show this week, so I'm kind of at the end of my rope, Skee, if you know what I mean. I'm ready to.
Yeah,
I'm
I
ready.
hear you. TGIF.
Yeah, I'm ready, kind of to just get on with the day and the night here. All right, next one, 507, 508. Wow, wicked old fashioned Skee, 30-1. Give me that fucking money, Skee. An unofficial at Del Mar. Woo!
Hey, you've been on fire,
Skee. I took the 5 and 6. Okay, I see the two biggest prices on the board. I take the 5 and I take the 6. The 5 wins at Del Mar in the Crosby Stakes. How about that?
Hey, that's your new favorite sport now.
Listen, I'll tell you what, Skee. I'm getting older, right? And I love the handicap. Okay, so I sit here all day and I read these things, man. I'm really falling in love with it, and it's something that I'm happy about because not everybody does it, and I kind of like to be different. So I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's been really fun, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So yeah, that. It's been the big day price here around the card. All right, Sacramento and Atlanta, Skee. Sacramento 2.5 total, 225.5. This is an interesting line, Skee. Atlanta opened up as a favorite. They're now a 2.5-point dog. We saw this the other night against the Bulls. Are we starting to find something here that the Hawks just aren't great without John Collins? I got a question of, are they?
I said that already.
Yeah.
I said I'm not willing to back them without Collins or Collins and Young. I need both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I love Young, but I mean, this Kings team, it's been a tough start to the season. They have won, though. They started at 0-5. They've won 2 of 3 here. The only loss was a 4-point loss to the Toronto Raptors on the road. So, they beat the Jazz in there, beat up a Knicks team by, almost 20 points. The Kings are playing better right now. Again, I kind of mentioned it the other night when they played the Bulls. That line didn't make sense. This one doesn't either. You're telling me you're going to give me a 2-win team laying points on the road against a team in Atlanta the public loves? I kind of like the Kings here. I kind of do. And I guess the question is, though, who do the Kings have that they really, I don't know. It's weird. I like the Kings here, kind of. What do you think?
Hey, I'm going to reconnect back to the show after I said this, but
no problem.
Agree. My favorite. They're going to win, I think, on rebounding is pretty even, but I don't trust the Kings to win by margin on the road. Atlanta also has went under every single game this year. For Sacramento, under combined. The line move up total. I like the game to go. It would, and I'm going to reconnect while you.
Yeah, do that.
We
kind of missed Skee's. No problem. We kind of missed Skee's breakdown there. Hopefully, we can get him back to give us a breakdown. We just try to do this show as best we can. Sometimes, life calls and we got to go do something. So, it's nice of Skee to even come on here. Hopefully, we can get him at home next week a little bit more. But we'll wait for him to come back here. Yeah, I don't understand this one. I'll be honest. I just I think the Kings are starting to come on a little bit. The guard play here is going to be fun with Young and Fox and Hield. I don't know. I've kind of am curious as to why the Kings have moved to a favorite in this game, but it sounds like Skee likes the under in this game. Yeah, we'll wait for him here. But I don't really want to move on to the next game until we get him. But I'll tell you, man, I've been killing it with these big prices. Loving it. I wish I would have bet that for more, to be honest. Just bear with us here. We're waiting for our partner, Skee Profit. He had to jog off here for a second. We'll get him right back on. Do I like the under on the Pacer game? I don't have an opinion on that one personally. James Wiseman is back. Looks as if he's back, yes. Jeff, when do you want me to jump on the show with you? I have no interest in you joining the show. We're good with who we have. We're good with who we have. All right, looks like Skee Profit's back. Skee, what was your play on this game, the Kings game?
Can you hear me, big man? I can't hear you.
I hear you, yes.
We're going to try again then, I guess.
This is rough, guys. We'll give him one more chance here, and if we can't get him on, we'll have to kind of just do the show without him. We got to kind of move on here. It's kind of tough here, so we'll move on to Minnesota and this Warriors game in just a second here. We'll get to every game. You do not need to ask, so please just sit back and relax. We'll get to every game. As far as the game so far, Detroit, Indiana, I kind of like the Pacers a little bit. Won't make my card. Wizards, Cleveland, I have no opinion. Magic, Grizzlies, I kind of like the over 209 there. And then Kings, Hawks, I'm looking towards Sacramento here in this one.
There we go. I hear you now.
Okay. What did you like in Kings, Hawks, Skee?
Man. I don't agree with the line move there. The under is combined 12-3 with those two teams, and I lean the Hawks.
Okay. Yeah. We're kind of on differing sides with this one, so maybe we just want to cancel it out and move on to the next one. Minnesota and the Warriors. Listen, Skee, Minnesota gives up 119 points a game. This is another case of I just don't think that they're good enough to be laying double digits. I know the Warriors aren't great. I think Cauley Stein can bother him. Pascal, I think, can bother Towns. This Minnesota team sucks on defense. I think Minnesota is pretty sharp, or the Warriors are pretty sharp side from what I understand. I like Golden State in this game.
I tend to agree with you.
All right, we're losing Skee there. I guess we'll just have to kind of move on. It's kind of tough to keep zoning in and out. Let me text him here, and I'll get his pick. Let me get his pick here. I gotta kind of move on here. We can't keep messing around with the connection. So we'll wait for his free pick here. Sorry, guys. I'm hoping next week we'll fix this. I'm going to try to work with Skee here and try to, if he can't, I love Skee. I just got to get him to, I know he's busy. We got to work a time out that we're both at home and we're both able to kind of be on at the same time. All right, let's go on here to the next game. I like Golden State though in this game. I don't think the Minnesota Timberwolves are good enough to be double-digit favorites. I think there's something kind of smells here. I'll take the Warriors. I hope for a nice performance from Pascal and some of the other guys here with the Warriors. Next game, Toronto and the Pelicans. I think this game goes over the number. This number continues to rise. It's up to 233. You look at the Pelicans this year. They could be the worst defense in the league. We know their pace is going to be there. They're one of the fastest teams in the country or in the NBA. And we all know that with the Raptors, they've actually went pretty quick as well. They're actually 11th in the league in possessions per game. I also mentioned the other night, I don't necessarily trust Toronto defensively. I think a lot of their games, they were good defensively because they didn't exactly play anyone. They have games in here against Chicago, Orlando, Detroit, Sacramento. These two teams played each other the first game of the season and went to 252. I'm willing to take this game over the number. I think we see a lot of points. I think this could be the highest scoring game of the night. Skee's totally right. You don't get you get rich betting unders with the Pelicans. I think you're going to have a nice pace in this game. Keep in mind as well, Pelicans 6-1 to the over this season. This is a game where if I'm looking, I'm definitely playing the over here if I had to look at a total tonight. For overs, I'm looking Magic over, and I'm looking this over in the Pelican game. Mavs and Knicks. Question is, who guards Kristaps Porzingis in this game? The other night for the New York Knicks, Andre Drummond absolutely destroyed them. Tonight, you're going to have to obviously deal with Doncic. You're going to have to deal with Porzingis. You're going to have to deal with a burgeoning bench here for Dallas. You have to deal with the best half-court offense. Is this just a case of can the Knicks keep up? I always generally like the Knicks. I give them the benefit of the doubt a lot of the time because they do generally come in as big underdogs. But I got some reservations about this game. I think there are better plays on the card. I'll gladly avoid this one and just kind of deflect to other games. But here's one thing I'll tell you. I will never bet a team against the Knicks as a dog. I think the Knicks they always seem to hang around in games. And Nitiklina could bother Doncic a little bit. The other night, Doncic was kind of held in check by John Isaac and Aaron Gordon and those guys. But yeah, for me, I'm going to pass, and it looks like Skee is going to pass as well. Bucks and Jazz. Bucks get a lot of money in this game. They're now, I believe, a 2.5 or 3-point favorite here. Jazz are 7-1 to the under this year. Jazz are a terrific defensive team. We all know that. They're really strong. Another game I don't have much on. Not going to bet this one. I love Giannis. I love some of the pieces that the Bucks have, but against that defense on the road, really tough spot here. We'll see if Skee has an opinion on it, but I sure as hell don't. Like Mitchell a lot. Like Gobert. We do know, though, he's a little soft. Skee likes Jazz and under. Yeah, I can't disagree with you on the under there. A third game of 4-game road trip from Milwaukee. Good point. Could kind of tire out here. And as I mentioned, Jazz are 7-1 to the under on the season. Sixers and Nuggets. Nuggets a 5.5-point favorite here. Total is a bit high to me in this game, 212.5. I'm going to come out and say it. If you're asking me what my favorite under is tonight, it would be this. I guess the big question for me is you got two big boys going to battle here, Jokic and Embiid. They're going to kind of go back and forth. I think the guard play here obviously give the edge of the Nuggets without Ben Simmons. I wonder where the scoring comes from both teams. Neither are particularly good shooting teams. Two great defenses. We got slow paces on particularly the Nuggets side. They're one of the slowest teams in the country or in the NBA. This seems like a first to 105 wins. The other night, the under came in when the Sixers played the Jazz. I think this is a close game. I think its possessions matter late. I'll go under 212.5 here. I think the pace is to the Nuggets' liking here. I wonder what kind of Sixers team we have without Simmons. Basically, it means Raul Neto is going to play more minutes, and that's a concern. Your pace is going to be much lower here. I like the under, and it looks like Skee does as well. I think this has to be our consensus play. I just think this is a good old-fashioned slugfest down in Denver, and I think the two big boys just kind of battle it out. I think Embiid will have a slight advantage. I got to tell you, I don't hate the Sixers here. 5.5 seems a little rich for my blood. I know Simmons isn't playing, and I know, the bench is a step up for the Sixers tonight because James Ennis hasn't played well. Mike Scott's been in and out. Thibel's starting to look like a rookie. They need to start stepping up a little bit, but I got some real concerns about the Sixers' offense without Ben Simmons running the point. So I think Skee and I will agree our consensus play is going to be under 212.5, Sixers Nuggets. By the way, I have not released a play yet in the NBA. I haven't bet anything yet. We got 2 more to go with here. Nets are an underdog against the pathetic, gutless Blazers. Blazers who, outside of Lillard and McCollum, are pretty useless, really. Blazers back-to-back, long game last night. Really don't have much of a bench. This Nets team, it seems like Kyrie Irving is playing out of his mind this year. Jared Allen's off a big double-double. I don't know who stops Jared Allen. I guess Whiteside, but outside of those 2 guards, there's just not much for this Blazers team. Again, I've talked about the Nets. I don't want to lay points with them, but I'll gladly take points with them. I consider the Nets here in a spot where, it is kind of tough, a tough West Coast trip, but Portland is really starting to show some major issues. They got to go out and get a big. Could it be Kevin Love? Maybe bring him home. He's from that area. They got to do something because they have nobody outside of Lillard and McCollum that can take the ball at the end of a game and get the job done. Last game, Heat Lakers. Heat have been lucky. I talked about them. They had a nice win last night, which is impressive. But defensively, they're allowing a ton of threes. They turn the ball over a lot. Against a really good Laker team, I think this is where they hit the skids and struggle. Another road game. I think the Lakers win by double digits here. The Heat have been lucky. I don't think you're going to continue to get these performances out of Hero and Nunn and some of these other guys. Myers Leonard is shooting at a high level. I don't think all that continues. I think you run into kind of a brick wall here in the Lakers. Lakers are kind of good to go from a rest standpoint, but I don't have much on it. I won't play it. The games that I'm really kind of keying in on are that Timberwolves game. I like the Warriors in that game. I like the under 212.5. That's going to be our consensus. Sixers, Nuggets. And then I also kind of like the Pelicans, Raptors over as well. So, yeah, there you go. Consensus play for Skee and I. Sixers, Lakers. Sixers Nuggets under 212.5. I'm sorry, guys. I am at the end of my rope here. I am tired. I'm sick of doing shows. And that's it for me tonight. We'll look to get to the finish line here, as we say. And I'm going to go out and get a good meal. I mean, a good meal, not this, I know some of you guys don't eat particularly well. I'm not saying that I don't either, but I'm going out and getting a terrific meal, a steak. I might go get some sushi as well. I might do a little 2-restaurant run tonight. Get a nice steak, get some sushi. I'm really looking forward to, and then we get Sixers Nuggets tonight, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, we'll go consensus Sixers Nuggets under 212.5. I'll be on tomorrow morning after a nice rest for myself with a college football show. We'll go over as many games as we can. In fact, we'll hit the entire card and try to find some winners. That's it for me. We'll try to get this connection with Skee figured out next week. I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Stay tuned on Twitter as I will put out a play tonight. I got a couple I'm kind of zeroing in on. So make sure you tune in for those. You all have a great night. Thank you for watching. Thanks for all the support this week on the shows. It was a busy week. We added in a show. College basketball started. A lot going on, but we made it. You all have a great night. Thank you for watching. I do want to also make everybody well aware. Some of the things in my content are going to be changing. I can't continue to sit here and do all these shows for free. I'm going to probably begin a Patreon channel. It's not going to be much, probably $20 a month, nothing crazy. Keep in mind, you're going to get 3 shows a week, guaranteed, college, NBA, and then NFL. We also have the rights at a campus every day. We're going to have a lot of shows coming to this channel. So I'm probably going to do something like that. And there are going to be people that won't pay for it, but you're going to get shut out. I can't keep doing these shows for free. I can't keep sitting here. I'm doing 3-4 shows a day. I'm putting in 4 or 5 hours to what I'm doing. I have guests coming on. I can't continue to give them, nothing with what we're doing. So again, I know people don't like to pay for stuff, but the content is worth it. We're putting out shows. We're breaking down entire cards. We're giving you tons of info. So that'll be announced soon. I don't know when, but we're definitely going to be doing it. So if you decide to join us, what you'll get is you're going to get a Right Side of Campus every day. You're going to get a 5 o'clock basketball college show every day. You're going to get a 6:30 NBA show every day. You're going to get a college show on Saturdays, and you're going to get a Sunday NFL show. So you're getting 3 shows a day times 5. That's 15. Plus, you're getting about 20 shows a month. So you're paying $1 a show. So yeah. So we'll see how it goes, but that'll come down the road. So everyone have a great night. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Consensus tonight for Skee and I: Sixers Nuggets under 212.5.